everybody? What's up? It's your boy Mike, the Nauti Cruiser, and my screen is frozen. My pocket is frozen. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. Hello, people. Hello, hello. Let's try it again. Are we back? There we go. We are back. The camera glitched out. It's my luck. This week has been one of those weeks. I hope we're all having a fantastic day. It's Thirsty Thursday, Throw It Back Thursday, Throat Punch Thursday, fresh off of a cruise ship Thursday, and I hope you are all having a fantastic night. This week we are going to go over the infamous COOP Cruise recap on board the Carnival Horizon. 8 days, ABC, and it was absolutely an epic cruise. But first things first, you already know we got to give Scott some grief for being here at 7:26 p.m. He was here a whole 3.5 hours ahead of schedule. 2.5 hours ahead of schedule. My man's got so much time. I wish I had all of the time Scott had and I'd be getting everything done. But Scott McNeil was first in the house, followed by Chuck Spencer, who is working tonight. So I don't expect Chuck to be here all night long, but I appreciate you while you are here. My brother Gay is in the house. Gay, I'm so glad that everything went well over there for you guys, and the storms just skipped right on through, and everything was pretty much the way it was before the storms rolled in. So very pleased to hear that and to read about that. Robin is in the house. What's going on, Robin? Mel is in the house. Tony Jackson, what is going on, bro? Captain Dingleberry himself is in the house. Controversial Cruising, Scott over there is in the house. Bone Tired Travelers is in the house. Denise! What's going on, y'all? It's Thursday, and let's just get a quick little rundown, right? Let's do it. Will G in the house all the way from Temple, Texas. All the way from Texas. That means to follow very soon, Martin will be here because Martin, he's got to represent for Texas. He's always here. I got to give him a little bit of BS because he's been texting me some bad news for the Yankees. Like, I care. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm so happy the Yankees pitcher is out this year. But we're going to recap the COOP Cruise. We're going to talk about some of the events they had on board the ship, some of the events I attended, some of the events I did not, some of the people that I met, some of the amazing friendships and relationships that were built from that cruise, and some of the things that I gathered along the way from the COOP Cruise. And we're going to try something on camera together. Scott knows what it is. I don't know if he knows exactly what it is, but it's something I picked up in one of the ports. And I picked them up for the kids, and I thought they were absolutely hilarious. So I figured what better way to officially try them than on live with you guys. So let's get into it, right? The COOP Cruise, Carnival Horizon, 8-day Southern Caribbean, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. For those of you that have been following along, you already know I just did something similar to this in October. We did Aruba, Curacao, La Romana, and Amber Cove back in October, and it was on board the Carnival Magic. So it was absolutely one of the best cruises I've been on. ABCs are one of the best cruises you could possibly take. If you're looking for a Caribbean cruise, I highly recommend that Southern Caribbean. It is on point. It is on point. Chris, all the way from Canaveral, what's going on, brother? So it is on point when you do that ABC cruise. So if you're looking for that Caribbean vibe, laid back, pastel colored houses, chill vibe, it is definitely an ABC cruise. It is one of my favorites, and I know for the last few months I've been on this Europe kick and this Australia and Japan and South Pacific because I've done the Caribbean so much. And the other day I finally sat down and counted my Carnival cruises, and it was when they updated, and I've officially sailed on 18 Carnival cruises since October of 2021. So we're going back a few short years. October of 2021 was my very first Carnival cruise, and I've officially hit 18 Carnival cruises. By the end of 2025, with the cruises I have planned, I will hit 20 Carnival cruises this year. Now, that's not adding any spur of the moment trips, which we all know I love to do very so much. And I've added another one of those trips over the last 48 hours that we're going to talk about tonight. So let's get into it, right? First things first. Carnival Horizon, my second Carnival ship that I've ever been on. It was the second Carnival cruise, and I absolutely loved it, that I had to book this COOP cruise. And I'll be honest, I will be very, very honest. In the beginning, I was skeptical. Not because of the group that was going. I have a ton of friends in the group. It was just not an itinerary I was interested in because, like I said, I already did AB or AC of the ABCs back in October on the Carnival Magic. So when Scott came to me about this cruise, it was not one that I was willingly wanting to book. He had to convince me, and it took a lot of convincing. I finally gave in. We finally booked the cruise, and I'll be honest, I am so glad we did because I wouldn't have got to sail the high seas with Captain Dingleberry if I did not book this cruise. So it was an awesome cruise. Some of the events they had on board was a pajama party, shots and socks, where you brought a pair of socks with you. You did shots and everyone exchanged some socks. Pajama party where everybody showed up in different types of pajamas. A 70s formal dinner and everyone dressed up in that 70s attire. A golf tournament, a putt-putt tournament. There were so many different things. Every morning there was coffee with Larry. So in ship show fashion, for those of you who have not followed along with the ship show, I highly recommend you do. John Clayco over there at the ship show. Bagok, what's going on, my brother? He gifted me a ship show hat while on board the cruise. Now, I don't know if John knew this or not already, but I already had one of these. But this one's special, right? Because this one was gifted to me by John himself. John gave me this hat, and throughout the cruise, when you did certain events, you would earn pins. So the early morning, I finally woke up, and I went and did morning coffee with Larry. So I got my morning coffee with Larry pin. I also did the Bagok off golf tournament, so I got that pin. And then I got the green stuff. Now, the green stuff is aftercare, sunburn aftercare stuff. I picked it up when I was in port, so I earned that pin as well. And he gave a few other pins just for the group cruise, right? Like the COOP Cruise pin and all that other stuff. And I have a bunch of other pins that I've earned over the last few years, Cigars Under the Stars and things like that. So John V is in the house. What's going on, John? Hope y'all are having a great week. John was another one that was on the COOP Cruise with us. So, there was a lot of amazing people on this cruise. And when you meet a lot of amazing people, you tend to leave impressions on your soul. So there was a lot of people that left mighty impressions on my soul this past week who are now lifelong friends. They're constantly going to be those people that you want to cruise with and all that stuff and just have a blast. So those were a few things that I got. I got the hat. I got the different pins. They had custom lanyards, which I believe every group should always do regardless. I think custom lanyards are one of the best things that you could possibly give somebody as like a token of appreciation, but another little cool souvenir to take home. Julie Thomas in the house. What's going on, Julie? If I missed you, it's not on purpose. It's because I'm in depth in the conversation. And a few other things. Well, for those of you that follow along with the ship show, they went live on the ship. And one of my close friends, I can call a close friend or a blood relative at this point, is Captain Dingleberry, Tony Jackson himself, and Monroe took over the ship show live. And they did a giveaway, and they had raffle tickets. And for those of you that were on the Vloggers cruise a few years ago on NCL Breakaway out of New Orleans, there was this day where we missed port, and then this thing called Coop Soup happened. Well, that happened again on board the Coop Cruise, and I happened to win myself a bottle of Coop Soup water. Fresh out of the hot tub, I got me some Coop soup water. Now, I'll be honest, I really don't think this came out of the hot tub. I think this came out of the faucet because it's not dirty and dingy looking, and the air bubbles dissipate pretty quickly. So, I'm happy with that. Lourdes in the house all the way from Madrid. Now, let me give a shout out here, right? Because Lourdes is currently in Madrid. She's getting ready to do the Spirit Transatlantic back. And right now, when she sent me a message earlier, it was 11 o'clock at night. So right now, it's like 3:15 in the morning in Madrid. So, Lourdes, I appreciate you hanging out and staying up late. I really, really appreciate it. I'm having issues with my crappy internet tonight. Well, I hope it's you and not me. I'm directly plugged in, so I really hope it's you and not me. Still using the OG SCT lanyards from the OG Booze Cruise. Nice. I really think lanyards are one of those things that everyone needs, right? Especially with Carnival. Carnival isn't going to go away from the cards anytime soon. And that's the way it's going to be. I think that lanyards are a great little gift to give. But on top of that, John also Josh also gave me, listen, my brain's been all over the place, right? And we'll get into why my head's all scattered around in a few minutes. But I want to go through the things that I got while on board the cruise. John has gifted me a few bottles of Rooster's Rye. Now, he did give me a forewarning. He said, man, listen, I'll be honest, it's really some cheap whiskey that's inside. But I thought it was a cool little thing just to bring home, leave it in the bottle, throw it in the shelf. Because it even says Rooster's Rye tastes like chicken whiskey. So just the label itself is pretty cool to me. And I wouldn't even drink it. I just want to keep it in the bottle and throw it up in the cabinet. And one other thing I got that everybody got, now, usually the COOP, you earn the Golden Cock Award, but you got a little Golden Cock in your bag. It says the Ship Show, COOP Cruise 2025 on it. And Todd Blunt makes these. Todd Blunt's a great guy. He makes these. And when I was on a cruise with Todd back in January, he was telling me about the different awards that he was making. And it's pretty cool that they made miniature ones to put in everybody's bag. So, I'm cool with that. I really do enjoy that. And this was not given to me. It was not given to me. This was found. And I'll be honest, when Scott is with me, duck hunting is very, very hard. Because for some reason, Scott always seems to find the ducks before you even know where the ducks are hidden. I kept calling him the duck whisperer. When he would just walk out of the room, I'm pretty sure he heard the quacks, quack, 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 coming from a distance, and he would find the ducks. But one night on our way to dinner, I happened to stumble across what I think has been the coolest duck I've found to date on board any ship, and it is this little guy hanging out in a boat. This is definitely my favorite cruise duck that I've ever found. It's got double magnets on the bottom so I can put it on the magnet board, but he is hanging out in this little blue boat. He's got some oars. He's chilling. It's definitely my favorite duck that I've found to date. Now, I have a few of them, and I think this one is probably the coolest one that I've ever found. So I won't be giving this one away to anybody. I'll definitely be keeping this one. Scott tried making me feel bad, and he was like, it's not the coolest duck ever. Well, to me, it's the coolest duck, man. He's in a boat. He's chilling. He's paddling his way to somewhere in the Southern Caribbean, and I am A-okay with me thinking that is the coolest duck. Yeah, found two the morning we were getting off the ship. Literally, getting off the ship the same morning, he finds two ducks. Now, I will give Scott credit. Scott tends to give them away to little kids when he sees them on board the ships. So I got to give Scott credit there. Now, before we go further, let's talk about why my brain is all scattered amongst the places. So, last week when I went live, I informed you guys that I was on strike at work. We are still currently on strike. No negotiations have been agreed upon. The union and the company are still going back and forth at the table and all of that fun stuff. So what I was hoping would be complete by the time I got home has not been complete. So I've been at work every day on the picket line, holding the line, doing my part, and we're still have not reached a contract for us drivers to be able to go back to work. So there's that. And then while on the cruise, got some unfortunate news from home that we had to make the decision on putting one of our doggies, putting him down and him crossing the Rainbow Bridge. So that had me a little messed up because I didn't get to say bye to my dog. So that had me a little out of it for a few days on board the ship. And then I just picked him up today and brought him back home. He is currently sitting on the mantle, but he is currently home, so that's a good thing. But that's why I've been a little not necessarily out there, but it just, my brain is tired. I am ready to just crash for a few days and wake up and then everything just be back to normal, which we all know that's not possible. It's not going to happen. We got to continue to go on and push forward and continue to keep going in the right direction. So that's the plan. It's to continue to just get up and go strike, and then hopefully over the next few days, we'll have some type of contract agreed upon at work, and then I'll be back in the truck. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm still getting paid. I'm still bringing in a paycheck while on strike, which is a great thing. I know there's some people that don't have that ability if they're on strike or even out of work. So I do count my blessings there. So that's just the way it is, right? It's just another thing. Life throws you curveballs, and you just have to figure out how to either swing the bat or wait for the next perfect pitch before you smack the ball out of the park. So at this point in time, I am sitting back and I'm watching my pitches come in and just waiting for the right pitch to come in. Gina Bird's in the house. Thanks, Gina. Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all, every one of y'all, for the kind words. He was an old dog, so it's still a little tough. But when your kids are 13, 11, and 7, and they all have grown up with the dog, it kind of makes it a little bit harder when you have to explain it to the kids. And then I wasn't able to be home for the kids because it happened when I was away on the cruise, so that made it worse. It was just this whole big thing. So with time, all things heal. So we'll get through it. But let's talk about the crazy thing that I'm potentially doing in October of this year. So the other day I was just randomly typing away at the computer as I was editing a video, mind you. So for those of you who don't know, there was a new video that came out today at 7 o'clock. So when this is over, if you got time and you want to hang out with us in La Romana, go check out that video. Go check it out. When you see a post by Martin, it's me. Yeah, that's Martin, gay. That's Martin. So I was typing away at the keyboard, and I was taking a break from editing a video, and I happened to stumble across an offer with Princess. And I started looking into this offer pretty in depth and thorough. And I was considering canceling my Carnival Mardi Gras transatlantic in October. However, I decided to leave that cruise alone and still do that transatlantic voyage back on the Mardi Gras, stopping at Celebration Key. And I have considered, it is not booked yet. However, that does not mean it will not be booked. I have considered the inaugural sailing on the one, the only Star Princess. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, that's the cruise ship for Alaska. What are you doing? We're getting on it in July, and you're going to get on it in October. So I plan on getting on board the brand new Star Princess in October, and it'll be for an 11-night inaugural sailing around the Mediterranean, round trip from Barcelona. So the whole part of London might be scratched and all of that. So I I really have to consider this offer. When you look at the itinerary for this trip, and the price alone, it's definitely one of those where I really don't think I could pass up on it. Let me pull it up real quick, and we'll talk about the itinerary, and we'll talk about my price point on what Princess is offering me to get on board this ship. Now, I think it would be a great idea to get on board this ship, so that way for everyone that is booked on the Alaska group cruise has somewhat of an idea of what the ship looks like inside, outside, and all of that. And that way you can see what you're getting ready to get into in July. So it's round trip out of Barcelona, leaves October 4th. October 5th, it is in Provence, France. The 6th, we are at sea. The 7th, we will be in Civitavecchia for Rome. The 8th, we will be in Naples for Capri and Pompeii. The 9th, we will be in Sicily for Palmero. The 10th, at sea. The 11th, Cartagena, Spain. The 12th, at sea. The 13th, Gibraltar. The 14th, at sea. And the 15th, in Barcelona. And that is where I would spend 24 hours in Barcelona. And then on the 16th, I would board the Carnival Mardi Gras to set sail back to Port Canaveral. Now, the reason I'm very interested in this itinerary is because I can get on board this ship at the low rate of $355 per person for this 11-day voyage. And total price, we're looking at $709.12 for two people. Now, the downfall is that would be in an inside cabin. That wouldn't be in a balcony or anything like that. And the reason I'm okay with that is because the Sun Princess was an inside cabin, and we put in a relatively low bid, and we were awarded the balcony cabin. Now, I know that's not a guarantee. I'm well aware that that's not a guarantee, and that's a possibility, and it's a risk you would take. But to be on board an inaugural sailing of a brand new ship, 11 days in the Mediterranean, going to all those amazing ports for less than $710 for two people, you can't argue at that price. Now, even if you don't have no drink package or no Princess Premier Plus, you don't have no internet or anything like that, for less than $1,000, you're getting two people on board a ship for 11 days around the Med. You can't argue at that price, and I believe that it would be a benefit. Now, I know some of you will probably be disappointed because, again, we're getting on board that ship in July. But I'll be honest with you, I think that it would be good. It would be beneficial. And for those of you that have been here a long time, you know I love Princess. So I don't think it would be a bad thing for me. That would be my last cruise to complete before my highest tier at Princess. So I would be elite, which I'm technically elite now, but that would be the start of it. So new ship, $700, no lie, 100% honest. Let's see, I'll show you my total price breakdown. I don't want to show my phone number because the world's full of crazy people. I think all y'all have my phone number already. So, that is my total cost. Focus, come into focus. For that voyage, $709.12. For two people. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do? Let's get your opinions. What should I do? What do you think I should do? Do you think I should wait and do the Star Princess with the group in July? Or do you think I should go and book the Star Princess in October for the inaugural sailing, round trip out of Barcelona, since mind you, I'm already going to be in Barcelona, right? Like I have to head there for the Mardi Gras either way. Now the disappointing thing about this is if I would have stuck with the original plan on what I wanted to do and take away the Carnival Mardi Gras Transatlantic and add the 7-day on the Star Princess and then the 14-day Transatlantic on the Star Princess heading back to Fort Lauderdale, I'd have been able to do both of those cruises in a balcony. So the only downfall is this one, I can only pick it inside at that rate. Now, if I went with a balcony, which even then is still not a bank blower, right? Like it's still a relatively inexpensive cruise. It's a little bit more money. You're looking at $1,300 a person for 11 days instead of the $300, $355 for 11 days. So my thing is like, all right, well, I'm really not worried about the cabin. I'm more so worried about the ship and being able to show the ship and things like that. So I'm okay with the $355 a pop. I think that would be a great opportunity. So it's hard to take. It's tough with the kids being in school. The kids are still in school and all of that, and it just makes things a little bit harder. Do you need a roommate? John, I actually have one set. I'm not set in stone on the roommate yet. There's a little. There could be a little this, that, and a third. Might be Scott, might be Chuck. We don't know yet. We still got to try and figure out schedules for everybody. I know Chuck is telling me to book it. Let's go. He'll go 100%. I don't know what Scott's plans are. I know Scott was game to switch cruise ships in the beginning and all of that, but I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. Go do the inaugural. That's my thing, right? And let your group cruise folks be mad. They're sloppy seconds. So I don't think they're going to be mad. The thing is I think it's going to be beneficial in the long run because, like I said, the people that are attending the group cruise will be able to see the ship from my viewpoint. You'll be able to see what's offered on the ship. You'll be able to see certain venues of the ship and all of that. I definitely think Princess has learned from their mistakes with the Sun Princess, so I think everything would be open. And I just think all around it would be better for the channel, right? Because when the Alaska group cruise comes, I don't have to focus as much on a ship tour or anything like that. I can focus my time more so with everyone that has decided to book the Alaska group cruise with me. And I don't have to worry about filming as much ship-based content while on board that cruise. I can take advantage of that now in October and still spend more time with everybody in Alaska. And like Chris said, inaugural only happens once. Technically twice, but the real inaugural only happens once. I don't see why not. Me neither, Lourdes. Me neither. I don't see why not. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that. I definitely think it's beneficial. I definitely think the itinerary is on point. There's a lot of new stops on that itinerary that I have not been to. I haven't been to Sicily. I haven't been to Provence, France. I haven't been to Gibraltar. I haven't been to Cartagena. So there's a lot of stops along that way on that itinerary that I haven't been to. The only places I've been to have been Barcelona, Rome, and Naples. So 3 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 out of the 7. That I can't really argue with that when I get 4 new port stops. And the one thing I love about the European cruises is they're so port intensive. The Mediterranean cruises are so port intensive. You don't have a lot of sea days. So I really enjoy the fact of having that port heavy of a cruise. So I can't argue with it. Look at him being the used car salesman. Loverboy, where have you been? Yeah, where's Loverboy? Loverboy must have got a call. I'll be on that ship in December. And Chris, you can watch the content I put out in October. See, it's a win-win. I think that's it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to consider that and get it booked. I loved the Sun Princess. I know Chuck loved the Sun Princess. I definitely think it's going to be well worth it. We are on the start in March. Princess offer came from nowhere. So Princess has been doing this new thing with their casino program. So take it when you can. Because for us folks that have cruised Princess in the past, that's not something that's available to us. It's only available to new guests that haven't sailed with Princess. So take those casino advantage, casino match offers and run with them, because it would be a lot of... it wouldn't be very smart on your part if you didn't do so. So that means this year, if I book that, I'll be on 2 ships named the Star, because in September we have the Star of the Seas out of Port Canaveral on board Royal Caribbean's newest Icon class ship. So then in October I'd be on the Star, which will be back to back, which is another ironic, right? Like, I'm a big firm believer, everything for a reason. So there's a reason I'm on the Star in September, and then there's a reason I'd be on the Star again in October. So it's a big thing, right? Put it out in the universe. Maybe we're going to shoot for the stars this year and end up with that 18 bajillion subscribers by the end of 2025. That's what I'll be doing April on the Sun Princess. Yeah, you got a killer offer though. That let's not even talk about that. Man, I'm so jealous. Lourdes got a penthouse, and see, Lourdes, you're going to get me started. You're going to get me started. Penthouse. A penthouse. I wish. Man, you know what else I wish? I wish I stayed out of the casino a little bit this year, Martin. You want to talk about offers? I wish I stayed out of the casino a little bit this year, man. I got my win-loss statements from the Carnival Corporation, and boy, did I lose more than I won. I can tell you right now, I lost more than I won this year with Carnival. That win-loss statement, man, that was a little stab in the back when I opened that bad boy. I was like, oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to be doing this again. But all in due time, right? It was all fun. It was adult entertainment. They call it adult entertainment for a reason. But I wasn't that bad off for the year, so I can't really complain. Now it's time to get the taxes filed and all of that, since I got everything done, and we can get that done. But stick around, because at the end of the show, we're going to do a magnet giveaway. We're going to do what I'm going to call the triple pack, and we're going to give away magnets from ABC. ABC. So you're going to get a magnet from Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. I have all 3 of them right here to show you, and then I have the stipulations of how you can win these magnets. Now, we're not going to do 1 magnet per person. No. One person is going to win all 3 magnets from Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao that I hand selected on this voyage specifically for this giveaway. And I'll show you the magnets, and then I'll tell you what it is you got to do to win the magnets. Nauti, I saw your sticker on Grand Turk, on a pole in Grand Turk. Was it at Jack's Jerk Shack? I plastered that place with some stickers one day. They're all over, man. So we have this thing. I have this thing called Sticker Wall that I look out for every time that I'm in a cruise port. And I know I've mentioned it in a few of the vlogs along the way. But a sticker wall and to me, a sticker wall is anything that has more than 5 stickers on it. So if there's a pole with more than 5 stickers, if there's a wall with more than 5 stickers, if there's a bench with more than 5 stickers, an electrical box, I call that a sticker wall. So what I do is, Scott typically carries stickers around in his pocket. I am so horrible. I am the worst person that promotes my channel. Like when it comes to promoting my own channel, I am literally the worst person. So I don't carry stickers. I don't carry business cards. I don't carry any of that. What I do carry is a camera and some cash in my pocket, and Scott usually carries the stickers. It's real easy for me to pick up my phone and be like, hey, you got YouTube? Boom. You can check out YouTube. It's real simple. Here's my channel. That's my thing. I have business cards I typically don't hand out, but I'm the worst person when it comes to promoting my own channel. So Scott carries my stickers in his backpack or his back pocket, whatever it may be. So anytime I see a sticker wall, I'm like, Scott, we need a sticker. We got to plaster a sticker on the sticker wall. But Jack's is great, man. I'm glad people are starting to go there, because for some reason, a lot of people weren't going there. And I'm like, look, man, Jack's has some of the best jerk chicken in all of Grand Turk. Like, the best jerk chicken. And if you get the hot sauce on the side, like the hot jerk sauce on the side to dip it in and dip your fries in, oh, it's so much better. Did you like the place I recommended for you in Curacao? Lourdes, I did not go there. Scott went there. I was busy on the other side of town filming the video for the day. I wanted to make sure I got to the other side of the bridge and showed the heart locks that were no longer there, that unfortunately collapsed under the weight, and they got rid of them. And then Kim was with us, who's never been to Curacao, so I took her and Cameron and all on the inside part of town to the Curacao and Dushi sign. They ended up getting tattoos, and we just walked around the inside part of town for a while. But Scott went there, and he said he enjoyed it. He enjoyed sitting there and having coffee. But I wasn't there that day. I didn't go with him that day. But he did tell me about the recommendation. So, and you got some great recommendations. You just travel so much. You just know so much. You should start your own channel. Cougar Travelers, the Cougar Traveler, the Traveling Cougar, something. You can come up with such a great name. The Matching Traveler. Bougie Betty Sees the World. I don't know. We'd have to come up with a great name for you, because you've got a lot of great recommendations. So I like taking your recommendations. They took them there next to the restaurant. So, but I got everybody stuck on the bridge. I made sure that everybody got stuck on the bridge when the bridge swung open. It was a good day. Everyone enjoyed the port day. I don't know the thing about tattoos and all that. Koi Koi, there was no Koi Koi on the ship. Koi Koi Lourdes. Koi Koi videos. Lourdes's Koi Koi Adventures. There's so many different things that we could come up with names with Lourdes. For channels. But I also picked up something for the kids. So I have this habit of picking up candy for the kids whenever I go to a cruise port and I see like those penny candy stores. And where I come from, what I mean by penny candy stores, the candy stores that got all the loose candy in the bins. You pick it out, they weigh it and all that stuff. And I picked up some candy. So a few of the things that I picked up that I thought were really cool were these things called alien eggs. It's like little gum. But the one that I am going to try with you, and the one that I picked up that I thought was hilarious and probably inappropriate, but I had to pick them up anyway because I thought they were just downright knee knocker hilarious, and they're camel balls. Circle Camel Balls bubblegum, extra sour. So we're going to try some camel balls while we're live here. I'm going to put some camel balls in my mouth, and we're going to give it a shot. I've never seen a camel's balls, but that's what it looks like. My daughter told me that it smells and tastes like Dookie, and I was curious on how she came to that conclusion, but we're going to give it a shot. Some camel balls. It's not really sour. At least not a camel toe. Oh my God. What am I going to do with you people? It's not really sour. It's fruity, but it's not sour. All right. So we got 20 minutes left. Let's talk about the magnets, right? Now, I decided when I was in Aruba that I wanted to do a giveaway. And the reason I wanted to do the magnet giveaway was because we're closing in on 5,000 subscribers. Now, we're not far from that 5,000 subscriber mark. I'm not going to make you wait until we hit 5,000 subscribers to get the magnets because we're a few hundred away. It's going to take a little time. The requirements to win the magnets, and here they are. Here's what you're going to get, right? You're going to get the Aruba magnet, which I think is pretty cool. Since I live in Florida and we have a lot of geckos, I was like, yep, definitely got to get that. Palm trees, sailboats. That's the Aruba magnet. Bonaire, we have the flamingo. And Curacao, we have the view of the Queen Emma Bridge, the Dutch touch-based painted houses, and then Curacao, like a Bon B license plate. So the stipulation is very simple. It's really easy and super simple. It's going to run from now until next Thursday. I want you to go to the Facebook group. You have to be joined into the Facebook group. And you have to post 3 pictures from your recent travels that you have somewhere in your phone. And tell a little story of that travel. So if you went to Thailand, or you went to the States, or you went to a cruise with your sister like Martin did last week. I want to know your story. Every week you come here and you listen to me go live and you know my story. You know why I took that trip. You know why I picked that ship. You know why I flew to Europe. You know why. I want to know why you went on the last trip you went on. And the post that has the most likes by next Thursday will be the winner of the magnets. I'll ship them out. No cost to you. No nothing. I just want to start learning more about the subs of the channel and why you choose the travel that you choose. You know why I choose the travel I choose. I love cruising. I love being able to bring it to you. And that's why I do what I do. It's a passion. It burns deep in my soul. And it's one thing I love to do. But pick 3 pictures of your last adventures and just tell a little story on why you chose that adventure. And Kurt, I have a video for you. I just have not gotten around to sending it to you yet. And I do like those balls in my mouth. They taste pretty sweet. They're not bad. And then these magnets will come to you. Next Thursday, we'll figure out who it is, and we'll send them out. But it's if you ask me, it's something simple, and probably to a lot of other people, probably something stupid. But I just want to know a little bit more about you and what your travel reasons are. I said your last adventure, Martin, not your, well, I mean, getting married is your last adventure. It's all downhill from there, man. Let me tell you. No. Haley's probably over there laughing right now, but, get out of here, bro. I didn't even get an invitation to the wedding, so I don't even want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Got lost in the mail. We sent you one. You didn't respond. No, I'm just kidding. But Kurt's got a video coming to him. Actually, you know what? should I show it? I really don't want to show it because it's for Kurt to use. So I'm going to send them over to him now so I don't forget. Boom, done. Kurt, both of the videos I sent you. It was supposed to be one clip, but yeah, it had to get done in two. I had somebody else filming it for me. But they're officially over to you. So you can do with them whatever you please. You have my full permission to use those videos however you choose to. And for those of you who watch Kurt's show in the morning, you probably know what those videos are. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see them one of these coffee talk mornings. I did go to Buc-ee's for you today, and I meant to text you. You make me jealous when you go to Buc-ee's, man. Like, you send me all these cool pictures, and it reminds me that I live 2.5 hours away from Buc-ee's, and it's sad that I can't get to Buc-ee's just that easy. It's disappointing. It's a little disappointing. But I will be getting to a Buc-ee's, and it's crazy, right? Because the next trip I have booked is in May on board the Carnival Jubilee out of Galveston. So the next time I get to Buc-ee's will probably be in Texas, and I have one that's 2.5 hours away from me, but I'm flying all the way over to Texas to go to Buc-ee's. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, Kurt. You do what you want to do with it. It's now your video. It's your content now. And I actually got something for you that I got to send out to you in the mail, too, as soon as that comes in. So I'll have to get that out to you in the mail as well. Gay, how long are you guys planning on staying in the States for after the Alaska cruise? Because depending on where you're going, you might be able to hit a Buc-ee's with that free time that you have left when you're here in the States. Buc-ee's is a great place, man. It's like Disneyland for adults. I mean, I still love Disney, clearly. Like, it's all over my body, but if somebody tells me we're going to Buc-ee's, I'm going to be a window licker for a whole 2.5 hours asking if we're there yet. That's one of my favorite places to go, especially if I got a lot of free time when I'm heading over to Canaveral. I'll definitely take the extra half hour, 45-minute ride to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's in White Castle. Kevin Brubaker in the house. What's going on, bro? Hope you and the Queen are having a great night. I hope Carl's having a good night. Let him know I'm asking about him. All of that fun stuff. I got some Coop soup right here, man. I'm thinking about drinking it on a live show, Kevin. What do you think? You think I should drink the Coop soup water? Texas Buc-ee's are the original, better than the other out-of-state Buc-ee's. Listen, I don't think one's better than the other. It's the same store. It's a chain, so you're really getting the same thing no matter which state you go to. Not sure. I might come early and spend some time before the cruise. Either way, tell Dan you need to go to Texas or Florida or Tennessee or somewhere closer to Seattle to hit a Buc-ee's. I know they're not going that far to the West Coast, but you need to find one. I would have checked for new diseases. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a what's the gonosyphilitis in this bottle. Yeah, it says it on the side. Kevin's gonosyphilitis. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Oh man, I have to be up at 5:45 in the morning tomorrow. And now here's where Tony Jackson's going to come in and be like, don't you complain about having to get up early. Riley Creative Travel in the house. What's going on, Blaine and Mallory? I hope y'all are having a fantastic night. It might also cure a few things. Yeah, I mean, it might. It might. Look, I started talking about getting up early, and here's Tony. Hey, Kevin. Love you, sweetie. Tony's going to ream me a new one. They gave me a bunch of crap the one night up on the smoking section because I was complaining about how I didn't want to get up early on a C day because I get up early every day for work. And they're like, stop, you're complaining, you're young. And I was like, man, listen, I'm on a cruise ship, dude. It's a C day. I don't want to wake up before 9 o'clock. No, it's not the same. We have Texas stuff everywhere in Buc-ee's. I went to Buc-ee's in Georgia and the magic was missing. The magic wasn't missing. The Texas shirts were missing. That's not magic. That's marketing. That's a different M word. I fly to Barcelona at 1 p.m. Spain time. You need to get some sleep. It's 4 in the morning there. Why are you still awake? You're going to pull an all-nighter, man. When do you board the Spirit, Lourdes? Because that's the first cruise you got, right? The Carnival Spirit's the next one. The 16th. 16th, Sunday. Yep. So get a couple days in Barcelona, get some tapas. Yeah. Man, I was waking up at 5 a.m. on the ship every day. I was so mad I couldn't sleep. And that's how it was with Scott. Scott was up so early every day. And I was like, man, there was a couple days where he got up and I was waking up when he was getting up. And I could have went and earned my morning cup of coffee with Larry Pin so much earlier. And I just chose to just roll over and go back to sleep. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting up. I got this whole week off, bro. I can't say nothing. Love you. Yeah, man, take the week, right? Enjoy that sleep. Don't wake up early. Especially when you're like me, right? 3 kids, work. Man, I'm on a cruise. I don't have the kids. I don't have work. I didn't have the dogs. I didn't have nobody bothering me. Let me sleep till 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock, even 12. Wake me up tomorrow, the next day. Get me when we arrive in port. I'm all right with it. I don't need to go to dinner. I even told Scott, I was like, dude, one day, just one day, I'm going to sleep so late. The only thing I need you to do is bring me a guy's burger. That didn't happen. Travel Blue wasn't even open at 5 a.m. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Sun Princess, April 26th. So you're going... I'm pretty sure I remember what you're doing. You're going to Madrid to visit family. Then you're getting from Madrid to the Spirit, back to the States, and then flying back to Barcelona to do the Sun Princess. Or flying back to Europe somewhere to do the Sun Princess. Or whatever it may be. I don't know. I know it's crazy because you're flying there, doing a cruise, then flying back or something or the other. If I don't wear my CPAP, I get up 5 times to pee. Yeah, no, I don't wake up at all, man. Once I put that CPAP on, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm down for the count. And it's quick, right? It's really quick. It's within a minute. And me and Kevin were talking about this on the ship. I literally said to him, I think that the CPAP companies, I use ResMed, I think ResMed, when they build the machines, they take the machine and then they dunk it in chloroform over and over and over again, where the hose connects into the back, and then when you breathe in, you're literally putting yourself out in seconds. How was the Horizon? The Horizon was great. I enjoyed the ship. I enjoyed everything on board the ship, from the casino to the eateries, all the way to the IMAX. I went and seen A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan movie, while on board, and that was awesome. They definitely did that movie justice. I'm an old soul, so classic rock, old school folk music, that's all my stuff. So it was definitely my type of movie. I enjoyed it. The price was a little pricey, but again, it's to be expected. It is an IMAX movie theater, and it's a movie that's playing in theater, so expect to pay movie theater prices if you're going to go to one of the IMAX movies while on board either the Horizon or the Vista, because those two ships do have the IMAX theaters, and it was worth it. I enjoyed it, enjoyed the movie itself. Everything was great. We had one day where we had a few issues in the main dining room, and I believe it was for brunch. I don't even think it was for dinner. It was a brunch issue. We sat there for a good 30 minutes before we even got coffee or drinks or anything like that. But you know me, I'm mellow yellow. So I just sit there. A couple people in the group were getting a little antsy, and I was just chilling. I was cool with it. Probably still trying to wake up. So I was all right with it. ResMed rolling in the dough, don't matter your weight, height, or race. Everyone get a CPAP. Those carrying cases are everywhere. How much is IMAX on the ship? It was $16. So the cost of the ticket was $16, but it was well worth it, right? Like, again, you get that IMAX experience, the speakers in the seats, the vibrations, the big screen, and it's a smaller venue, right? There's not that many seats in there. Everything was perfect. I think when we went, we did the 2:00 showing, and there really wasn't that many people inside the theater, maybe 30 people total inside the movie theater. Movie theater probably holds over 200, maybe a little less, but it was perfect, man. It was nice. It was quiet, no issues, no nothing. Oh, excuse me. And it was a great movie. Only issue is that we had the AC didn't work in our room in port. Yeah, so you and a couple other people were talking about their AC not working. And I'm sorry to say this, but my room was like the Arctic. The Arctic. It was so cold. So cold. Getting angry for slow service. Just be thankful to be on a ship, right? Better than a great day at work. Yeah, nobody was getting angry. It was just like come on, man, it's been a half hour and we don't even have coffee yet. Just bring us coffee, we'll be good. So just getting a little antsy when you get seated and then they just keep walking by. I understand a little bit of the frustration, but me, I'm mellow yellow. I go into everything with an open mind, and I didn't need coffee that day, so I was fine with it. Here's Lourdes with her girl with experience thing again. I'm an old lady, just turned 58 2 days ago. Get out of here, old lady. If I don't use my ResMed, I roll on Haley. She's 150 pounds. I'm 343. Poor thing. Man, dude, if you're... Haley, keep a shiv by the bed so if Martin forgets to put his mask on, you can poke him with it. All right, y'all, we're going to leave the show at that. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for the last hour. Again, if you want the magnets, you know what you got to do. We'll make the announcement next week for the winner. Until then, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me. If you haven't done so, please consider hitting that like button on your way out the door. And if you have some time and you're not falling asleep and you're awake in Madrid and you have a flight in like 5 hours and it's like 4:30 in the morning and you want to check out a vlog on La Romana, make sure you go check that out. It went live tonight at 7 o'clock. But until next time, until next week, same time, same bad channel, I will see you then. Until then, y'all stay naughty. Peace. Peace.